Can you hear me? Are you with us?
Yes.
With the Bureau?
Sort of.
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope. Emily Pope. Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow, this hostile force, this...
Hiss?
that works? Somehow the hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
You're telling me.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah.
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
The service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, he keeps appearing to me. Saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point. Push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already.
Why?
She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long.
She's
But I can't
part
trust
of
her
it.
yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together.
What the fuck?
Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out.
Who the fuck's she talking to? Cleanse the hiss corrupted agent. I'm just confused though. Like, what? Like apparently the director isn't just some fucking title. Apparently there's some like crazy shit to it. Yeah. Come on.
It didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
Well, then I guess her theory is wrong and they're
Jesse, over
fucked.
here. We need to make a plan, Jesse.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it. Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time. That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench? The ghost, or whatever he is. He mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions.
I doubt
The door to
that.
the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there. Good luck, Jesse. See you back here once you have the hotline.
Yeah. Gotta say, there was a lot right there. Like, that was a lot of information all at once. Into the communications department and find the hotline. Alrighty. And I assume you bastards are just gonna stay there doing nothing. I think I assumed correctly. Okay. Let's see. Before I proceed, I wanna, look around the place a little bit. Cafeteria. What the fuck kind of nostalgia department? Okay, cafeteria got you. The communication department got you. Dead letters, I don't know what that is, but maybe it's a thing. But nostalgia department? What, is there a fucking... Does it have TVs with, like, Cat Dog and the Rugrats on it? And Luigi's Mansion?
There it is again. Our welcome message.
Fuck it. Yeah, you crazy fuck it is. Fuck! Fuck! Jesus Christ. My health is still that low? And it doesn't exactly load either. Fuck. Note to self, do not fuck around with cover. Treat this game like it's goddamn Gears of War. Use cover every chance you get ever. Whew. Is it just me or is the sound fucking up right now? Unknown caller. Emily instructs Jesse to find the hotline, an object of power in the form of an old telephone, to understand the messages from the dead director trying to communicate with her. They hope he can provide insight into the Hiss investigation. Research and records. Hiss research, Hiss barrier. Field research on Hiss entity, Hiss barrier, confidential. Summary. The Hiss resonance field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. Hiss barriers appear as ways to impede escape or access by Bureau personnel. Two methods have been discovered for lowering them. 1. Destroy the multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity. 2. Destroy the Hiss entities in the area. What the fuck? The resonance fields seem to require support for their size and density from other non-connected sources of Hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fall. Does an inactive structure made of Hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the Hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the Hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? Refer to file for full report. Compiled by order of Director Jesse Faden. Okay. No comment on that, by the way. Portrait of director, whatever. Well, he's not the goddamn director anymore, so he can fuck himself. Havana summary. Event summary. An auditory event occurred at the United States Embassy in Havana, injuring the majority of diplomatic staff stationed there. Deaths were reported, and this many deaths were reported, and the outgoing information has been managed. Event response. Bureau agents arrived at the embassy on the same day as the event was reported through federal channels, but we were too late to witness the AWE, which is reported to have been something. Staff experienced sudden, intense vibrations and noise. Probably the bitch is masturbating. Accompanied by an intense pressure in the ears. This lasted for however many minutes. No visual phenomena, god damn it, visual phenomena was witnessed. The scene was cordoned off, and the embassy staff were transported to the continental U.S. It's called CONUS, but okay. After Formula I.9 was recited in the vicinity, a single cowboy boot began to vibrate, identifying it as an altered item. The item was contained and brought to the Bureau for examination. And I'm probably gonna find that shit too. Can't get in there. I gotta say though, not a bad cafeteria, honestly. The only thing about it is that this is the kind of shit that I would expect to see like in a high school or some shit, or middle school, not a goddamn federal agency. And here's another one. Dead letters. Can I get like a flashlight or some shit? Because I can't see shit in here. Trench. Dead letter approval. Federal Bureau of Control. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive. Cataloging the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics found among the letters. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranormal world. The letters came to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service are as undeliverable. The Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters for any information or suspected connections to Oz and other altered materials. So thank you. Okay, so dead letters are letters with paranormal shit attached to them, which I assume, so we got dead letters, I assume dead objects is like the cowboy boot. Okay. Well, sorry, but your dead letters are about to be fucked. That's right, assholes, come on. Motherfucker. That's right. I keep trying to reload even though it's not really a thing here. You know, I gotta say too, with how much I'm missing, I'm actually kind of glad this game does have unlimited ammo. I gotta say though, for some parts, especially when it comes to things like boss battles, I feel like the health disparity may end up becoming a big deal. The health disparity is the fact that getting shot like 2 times takes down 85% of your health, and I've collected a bunch of health things now, and I'm still not at full health yet. And you know, even though you have unlimited ammo, like it recharges at such a rate where like you still have to go back into cover as if you were reloading anyway. The only thing it does is it eliminates the need to pick up ammo every 5 seconds. Mission updated. Navigate to the communications department. Dead presidents, what the fuck? To whom it may concern, I am being contacted by the past presidents of the United States of America. What, you mean like Thomas Jefferson? A guy that everybody knows about? Or how about this one? Franklin Pierce? A guy that even people in the United States don't really know about much? Or perhaps Grover Cleveland? Or Rutherford B. Hayes? They appear as spirit guides, giving me their wisdom. John Adams keeps saying I need to fix America, but I can't really understand him. They all have a lot of opinions. Please tell me I'm imagining it, but Theodore Roosevelt showed me how to fix my lawnmower, and I don't know a thing about lawnmowers. Explain that. I have great dead men telling me about the past and the present. If you'd like to use my abilities to help run the government, please let me know. I know the White House could use me. Yours in earnest, James Bartholomew. Singing Fish. Mr. Governor. I called the police, but they never came to my house. I got a problem and you got to send folk to fix it. I got my wife one of them singing fish on the walls. It's not a real fish. It sings when you hit a button, but it's got the devil in it. It flies around at night and sings devil songs. Says a lot of cuss words. Sort of tells you to go fucking fuck yourself because you're a fucking piece of fucking shit. Is that what the fuck you're trying to tell me? It fucking cusses you the fuck out? Don't be a fucking pussy. Shit, motherfucker. Fuck. Anyway, the devil got in my house 'cause the fish, and you got to come handle it. My wife is real upset. When can you come? Sincerely, Dwayne Bar. Fuck your prayers and fuck what the fuck you're talking about. Ooh! Damn, dude, they got her fucking portrait on that wall already? Nice. Dude. Okay, no bullshit too, dude. Like, in that portrait, bro, she looks like a woman who means fucking business. Like, no bullshit, dude. Like, if she was my boss and I, like, had, like, a one-on-one meeting with her about whatever the fuck, dude, I'd be, not gonna lie, I'd be kind of intimidated by that. I'd be like, yo, what's going on? Why would I'd be like, what would you need me for, ma'am? Or miss, or whatever the fuck. And then she'd be like, fuck you. And I'd be like, yes, ma'am, I apologize. Urban legends. Research and whatever else. Research. Summary. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials. Thank you, Supernatural. But can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. We recognize certain informed by our own and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can even be artificially in pop culture using our Bureau-made anthology television program. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the details. Certain paranatural phenomena contain clear elements of popularized folklore. AWEs can only occur on a pair of scissors that consume human through two punctures on the... These details, living in the minds of so many, have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children. They are paranatural realities waiting to happen. Well, I can tell you one thing straight away, is that by the end of this game, Jessie here should have access to basically everything, considering she's the goddamn director. Visitor evaluations. Correspondence. How to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. Start with the following. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. Fuck government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and her people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. Problem. If they do not leave. Bro, why the fuck would somebody leave after you say that? That's not saying go fuck yourself. That's a goddamn introduction. What the fuck? Well, whatever. If they do not leave, then ask these following questions. 1. Are you here to see someone? 2. Are you from New York City or just visiting? 3. How'd you find this place? I can give you the answer to all three right now. Are you here to see somebody? No. Are you from New York City or just visiting? Visiting. Fun fact, in real life, I have visited New York City one time in 2012. Yeah, for like 4 days. And finally, how'd you find this place? My answer to that? You ever heard of this thing called fucking GPS? Like I mentioned earlier, you can find the FBI on not the CIA, but the FBI. But the FBC is supposedly domestic, so I imagine you can find the FBC through Google search. If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a secure federal office and that they'll need to leave. See, there we go. That's fine. If their answers seem malicious, escort them to a private room. There, perform the gunner's psychological assessment. If their responses are within the acceptable range of defiance, then what, murder them immediately? Remember, there's no such thing as too suspicious. Yo, hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. You're gonna fucking murder some... Okay, this would... I have issues with that. You know, I'm gonna chalk up to the fact that it doesn't actually say murder because the fact that it's redacted. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, like, if you had 1,000 people walk into a goddamn government building, like, over the course of 1 week, and 0 of them walk out, I don't care if it's a goddamn government facility or not. Okay, covering up 1 or 2 murders, yes, the Federal Bureau could easily get away with that. Straight up. They have before, the federal government as a whole. But covering up 1,000 over the course of a single week, like, they could try, but that'd be a much more difficult task. Summary. Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the oldest house. When the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around this control point in the whatever arrangement, the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. These control points are discovered by the detection of an unrestricted ping using the whatever within the 37-foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctures or whatever, or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. The common factor in these theories is that control points are susceptible to external influence, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house and and work more confidently inside it. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain parts of the building refuse to be whatever.
Communications. We're on the right track.
I'm about to need to cut out like an hour's worth of material, because I just wasted so much time going to all those other places in order to only find nothing. I had to come back here in order to actually discover this fucking part. And what is this? Bathrooms. Small bathroom though. Wait, what's back here? You know, how about if I just go towards the goddamn objective? How about that? What the fuck? Aww. When I run over water, I was really hoping you could see the bloody footprints. Oh well. I like going to these shelters, like every single one of them provides information. Kind of like this. So I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this is alright. The title, Unless You, could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess, but I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The way the characters kept throwing it around, almost like a catchphrase, got real annoying real fast. The best part of the story was the space battles. I sided with the Fixers, obviously, because they had the coolest tech and their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers and guns space hippies or a badass bunch of warriors who go around devouring planets like cheap sushi on a Sunday, I know who I'm picking. That scene where they invade City Planet and convert the entire population using those brain worms, and that space dog fight between those two ace pilots, sign me the fuck up. What kind of ruined the whole thing for me was when my favorite character got killed not even halfway through the story by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by a gravitational, god damn it, anomaly. His death didn't feel necessary at all. That's it. So is that like a TV show or somebody's like novel or whatever?
Power. Looks like the place is latched onto it. We need to defend it.
Reach it till okay. Yeah, game, I kind of figured that out a long time ago with the fucking shit. Fuck. I don't even need to dodge this shit, dude. Like, none of it's going anywhere near hitting me.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed.
The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings?
I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
I mean, like, hold up. Why are you so upset about that, though? Okay, being a director is a position of power. You're like I don't know. Like, I'm not saying anything about the fact that, you know, that she, like, doesn't want to be the director, but I'm saying is that, like, the fact that, like, it seems like she's, like, rejecting any kind of authority. Like, I imagine a lot of people want to be in this position of great authority, right? Like, not something super public, like, let's say, the president, which, okay, so what I'll do is I'll scour through and show any documentations like that were in there, like the president one. But like I wouldn't want to. Most people, a lot of people want to be the president because they don't know how the presidency works. Like in an abstract way, it sounds cool, but like if you were actually to do it, like I wouldn't want to be the president. Fuck no. I'd have assholes breathing down my throat. Half the country would like me, maybe. Half the country would hate my guts no matter goddamn what. Like literally everything I ever say would be scrutinized to hell. Like I wouldn't want to be the goddamn president. But like if it was a position of authority that wasn't like in the center of the public eye, fuck it, I'd do it as long as it's not too retarded. Ah. And I can do this unlimited? Looks like it. So, telekinesis. You know, I gotta say though, I do enjoy these little segments though, because like, it's a white space of void nothingness, but it's like a parkour thing, and okay, two things I love really. I love these little, whatever they even are, these metal concrete things. Because first off, small detail, but I love the way the footsteps. I love the way you can't really hear them well right now, but like I love the way her footsteps sound on the ground. It's just a nice detail, and I also like just the way these things look in general. Like just their vitreous nature is nice to look at to me. They're like black vitreous rocks. Man, fuck you, and you. Yo, it auto-locks too? Yo, combat just got so much easier. You know, maybe I can actually kind of get behind her not shooting crouch, because like in real life it is a little bit more difficult to shoot crouch than standing up. And yes, I do have experience with that. I have shot many guns in real life. What guns have I shot in real life? Well, I've shot a Glock. I've shot an M4. Alright. I've shot a Glock, I've shot an M4, M16, M249, M240 Bravo. And as far as actual guns go, that's about it. But if you also want to count explosives, I've thrown 2 hand grenades and I've shot a AT-4 rocket launcher, so. And yes, in real life, not just in video games.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the hiss.
What? Ah, nice. Okay, good. Because those shields, I don't know if I'm gonna show them out, but those shields were a pain in my ass. Oh my god, I just got so much more powerful. Fuck. Man, motherfucker, you think I give a fuck? You're a bitch-ass motherfucker. You think I'm scared of your bitch-ass? I don't give a fuck, motherfucker. Undefined reading. All right. You think I give a fuck? I sure as fuck fucking don't give a fuck.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mail room.
And the mailroom's over here. Okay. So before I proceed, last time when I was on this, I actually got off between here and there. But I mentioned when I first started this about my trepidation towards this game with regards to Alan Wake. And I can say this, I definitely see the Remedy touch here with regards to Alan Wake. It's supernatural shit, and you have to shoot guys who have been taken over by this paranormal entity, one being the dark presence and the other being the hiss, and you're going from place to place in order to find what's going on. I must say though, this game so far does do it way better than Alan Wake did. And Jesse isn't completely unlikable unlike Alan Wake. So what I'm trying to say is this game reminds you of Alan Wake, but it's actually good.
Locked. Maybe there's a key nearby.
Level 1 key card. Yeah, see, and to add to the Alan Wake part of it too, the guys that are taken over by the Hiss, they even talk to themselves, right? Like about their previous lives per se.
This must open the door.
I love how they just give it to me. Like I didn't have to work for it; it was just right there. His field research on his entity. Confidential summary. Floppy disk. Containment procedure. Must be contained in a cell with no other loosened material. Para-utility. The object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. Sounds like Metal Gear Solid. Or Stanislav Petrov. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to kinetically lift material and throw it a short distance. The object is currently bound to Jesse Faden for research purposes. I don't know that's what it says, but that's what I'm assuming. Background. Stolen from a Soviet... Yeah, because that's when Jesse started being able to use it. Stolen from a Soviet military base. Okay, the reason why I say Jesse Faden is because these documents are already updated enough that they show Jesse as the director. Stolen from a Soviet military base located by agents then and then within the CIA. The diskette contained launch codes to those missiles, believed to be reserved for use against that. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant in the CIA tipped the bureau off and it was requisitioned by agents the next day. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, you bastards.
They can fly now. Great.
That's fine.
I have a feeling he'll be back.
I do too. So yeah, this game on the narrative is different.
Should be past the mailroom.
So this game is different narrative, but like gameplay wise, it's basically a better version of Alan Wake, if I'm gonna be totally honest. The protagonist is way better. So far at least, we're not going from point A to point B for no goddamn reason. And the combat is bearable. It's not fucking stupid and garbage. So yeah, this game is basically a version of Alan Wake that's better than Alan Wake in every way, as far as I can see.